Hey guys, the electric vehicle space has seen a lot of movement recently, and this video I'm trying to talk about why Tesla is not in India yet. So Tesla is the most exciting electric vehicle company in the world today. Uh, Very recently, Elon Musk spoke about the fact that Tesla is the company which has the most exciting product lineup. I mean, they are amazing. They have the best pickup truck. They have the Model 3, the Model S, the Model X, the Roadster 2020. So they have a lot of amazing products that is a part of their lineup. And I look at their products and I see excellence. Um I wonder why they aren't in India yet. And I had a look at the different kind of scenarios, the different reasons why they would not be in India today. And this video is trying to highlight some of them. So the first reason that I strongly believe that why Tesla is not in India is that Tesla is a premium car manufacturer. So the average price of cars sold in India are between 3 to 6 lakh rupees, in which roughly translates to between 8,000 to 10,000 US dollars, and that uh, itself prices Tesla out of the bulk of the sales in India. So a $35,000 car, which is the Model 3, is actually considered as a premium vehicle in India, and I think that is one of the reasons why they are not in India yet. They don't have a product that could sell in quantities. The purchase power of the average Indian consumer does not match their current product strategy. They are a premium car manufacturer. They are competing with the likes of Audi, Mercedes, and BMW. And India as a market, no matter how promising it still is a really small part of the overall sales of these manufacturers. Second reason is the regulatory framework. So, India penalizes automakers who go the CBU route. So, India is trying to create jobs, it's trying to get manufacturing to be as localized as possible. So, therefore, if Tesla decides to build the Model 3 and launch it in India, but if the Model 3 is built at their Gigafactory in Fremont or in China, it basically enters India as a CBU, completely built unit, which basically prices them out of the market. So I, there are a lot of manufacturers who've gone that route. Uh, Big manufacturers like Lexus has had that issue. Lexus is going to localize their production soon. Fiat Chrysler Automotive and the production of the all the models except the Jeep Compass, so the Jeep Wrangler and the Jeep SRT, both of them are having, they are priced way beyond their international pricing because they are imported as a CBU. So basically, the regulatory framework does not favor CBU imports in India, and building a factory in India, there is not enough demand yet to actually push Tesla into making a gigafactory and building the vehicles in India. So I think once the regulatory framework eases up, Elon Musk talked about this recently in a tweet, where they said they're going to have partial presence soon, and then look at it seriously by 2020. So I'm hoping that the regulatory framework, once it eases out, it's going to move out of their focus area, and they are going to put India on their map. But as of today, the framework is complicated, it's complex, it's not easy to do business in India, and this is one of the major reasons why they are not in India yet. I think the third reason why Tesla is not in India yet is the lack of charging infrastructure or even clarity on the standards that are going to be followed for charging. So we are in the electric vehicle space. We are facing similar challenges where there is no standardized framework for the charging infrastructure. But however, people would argue to this argument saying that Tesla has their own charging standard, with supercharging standard. They're charging way faster than the other vehicles, so they don't really need it. But the truth is that if the supply lines, right, today charging an EV is not complicated. like every house has a charging station. But charging a Tesla on a standard single phase wall socket in a house in India would take you on an average of 17 to 18 hours. So I mean, the laying out of the infrastructure for the supply of electricity to these chargers is another issue that possibly Tesla is facing. We were looking to hire a few people that Tesla, you know, fired during their last shuffle when they were trying to achieve profitability. And we spoke to them. We tried to understand their challenges, and one of the challenges when we talked to them was we realized that the infrastructure or the pipeline of electricity for their charging infrastructure is not in place yet, and we are hoping it gets better by 2020 because India is investing heavily in renewables. India is investing heavily in building the high tension cable lines that will be able to run across the highways. So I'm optimistic, but I know it is one of the major roadblocks why Tesla hasn't really pushed itself in India yet. Fourth reason is surprisingly the supply chain. So a lot of parts that are needed to build electric vehicles are complicated parts. They are OEM specific parts. So the gearbox used in the Chevy Bolt or the Chevy Volt is different from the gearbox that the Tesla Model 3 shall use, or different from the gearbox that the BMW i3S uses. So the entire supply chain for the electric vehicle industry needs to be built up, and there is some effort, I think, here and there. I mean, it's not focused, it's not dedicated, it's not effort that has gone clearly into building out the supply chain. And due to lack of supply chain, even if Tesla ends up building a factory in India, they will not be able to achieve enough quantities to make that factory profitable. So this is the fourth reason I believe why Tesla is not in India yet. Fifth reason is India is a large geography. So there is a geographical problem where Tesla's business model is to go direct to consumer, but in India the dealership route is preferred because of its vastness, because of the large scale of buyers that are there across various geographies. So going direct to consumer in a country like India means a lot of hassle. There's a lot of interstate interstate compliance that has to be done. There's a lot of issues in moving goods from state to state, and there are some states that have a better road network, better rail network. So sorting all of that out and going direct to consumer is something that Tesla would need at least 2 or 3 years to get used to. So I believe when Tesla eventually enters India, they are going to have to rethink the strategy, and I believe this is one of the reasons why they are not in India yet. Use the comment section below to let me know about the next video you want me to make, and like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm hoping to see you in the next one.